Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is the Toyota Hilux. This is the 8th generation model. This is the facelift of the 8th generation model. This is a modified version of the Hilux with a lot of crazy accessories from around the globe. This car comes courtesy of Azad 4x4 to me, and straight away we are going to be opening the engine bay. Now, okay, it's so heavy. Oh my goodness, no hydraulic struts, which is absolutely crazy. There is the engine, some amount of vibrations can be seen. There is insulation there, of course, and yeah, you can see that outside. I'll show you. Snorkel, of course, but we'll come to that in a bit. Now, the Hilux is a very popular car, but you know what? It can't be sold in India in certain cities and states because it is so big that it's classified as a commercial vehicle. Anyways, you get chrome here, GR Sport written right here, and lot of mods on this particular car. Now it's running the stock bumper, but in between they also had the option bumper. Option is a brand, and we'll talk about that later. Oh my god, aftermarket horn as well. And you might be noticing that this car is a bit too tall, nah? Well, this is actually lifted. Let's look at the underside at the front, and this car has huge dimensions. Firstly, you see the projector setup, the indicator, and this mirror as well, which by the way Toyota also sells, and it has a lot of stickers here and there. Little bit of bad throat today, but never mind. Coming to the side of the car, this is more than 5.3 meters in length, and the wheelbase is more than 3 meters. It's crazy big, it's huge. In fact, the ground clearance is 310 mm, but this one has got a 2-inch lift, because of which the ground clearance is now 410 mm. Okay, you can see the revised suspension right there. Yeah, it has been lifted. These are not the stock tires, 285/60 18s Yokohama tires, which are all-terrain tires here, of course. And you can see the gap is massive. That is the snorkel, which is functional here, and it says TRD. Now, GR Sport and TRD on the same car is a bit awkward, isn't that? Here you get this sort of a plastic which has been added. Lot of mods as such. The antenna is actually Chintu Mintu, and you get a rain visor as well. Now, coming to the rear of the car, again you get TRD Racing Development written here. Pre-runner, you get this plastic cladding around the lights, of course. Says GR Sport here. Lights are actually on at the moment, you can see that as well. Lot of stickering here and there. This is the option bumper. Yeah, option is the name of the brand. You won't believe the cost of this alone is around 1.3, 1.4 lakhs. It's very expensive, purely because this is imported from Thailand, and I mean, people love the Hilux there, but the mods and the import duties and all that cost a lot. Anyways, 3M stickering right here says Revo for Hilux. A lot of these plastic bits are there on this car, and here you can actually put your cycle and lock and unlock that, and this has been added as well. This has been covered. Now, in order to open this, what do you do? Well, here is the key to do that. So there is this button I press this button, and there it actually opens. Now the thing is, yeah, you have to, okay, khul ja bhai. Now there it is opening. That's kind of cool. You can actually stop it midway by pressing this button. You can also close it with this, and then there are lights inside, so you can actually turn on the intensity of the light. Now it's obviously super bright, so you can't see anything at the moment. I will do one thing. I will actually, okay, there's that light, you can see. Open this. Yeah, there it's coming down very smoothly. Now this thing has also been changed here. The stock one is not like this. The kya bolte hain, finishing very nicely done. And okay, that is the mechanism for this whole thing which you are seeing right now. Let's just shut this. It's heavy, huh? It is quite heavy, and we are going to just shut this as well. Where's the thing? The key is very similar to the Fortuner, of course. There it's shutting. So I'm talking about the regular key. Here it says Hilux on it, but it's the same as the Fortuner, and basically this is a Fortuner pickup truck version, to be honest. So they had sort of similar bumper at the front, but then they removed it. They keep changing accessories. They've like invested like maybe 3 crores on this one, and yeah, that's the screw. Anyways, you can see there, spare wheel is not an alloy, however it's full sized, and there are the leaf springs. Yeah, this car is running on leaf springs. That's the reason the ride can be atrocious. Okay, this is probably for the towing hook. I mean, yeah, that can be added as well. Now let's do one thing. Let's get inside. Before that, again, this stickering is there. Revo for Hilux and TRD badging. A lot of stickers there as well. And it says 4-wheel drive right here. Now chrome door handles. Let's get inside. Before that, let me show you that this is actually a split seat. Okay, why does it need to split? Because obviously it's not going to come down, but you can take it up like that. Yeah, and then this sort of furry treatment to sit on, so it's smoother. Everyone gets a head. Unfortunately, not everybody gets a back, because firstly you have to climb in like crazy. Side footsteps have been removed, I guess. And under thigh support is not that great. Legroom and knee room is okay, adequate, not that great either. Headroom is just about adequate, and you sit so upright, which is the case with almost every pickup truck. This is so upright, not comfortable at all. There's a big handle to hold on to. Air conditioning at the rear, you cannot control it. There is no charging port at the rear either. And there's a center armrest which gets twin cup holders, the only cup holders here. And because of this, now 3 people are not welcome inside at all. There's this hook, so in case you want to carry Sabzi, you can do that, and magazine holders as well. Dashboard design is similar to the Fortuner, however, some revisions here and there, but overall part bins are the same. Okay, seat belt of course says SRS airbag, because this car has got 7 airbags as well. Height adjustable seat belts at the front, which is something you would expect. Door pockets are actually big enough as well, and yeah, it opens decently big enough. Now you obviously see indicator here, nice chrome treatment. This is sort of antenna which is hanging out from here. I don't know what that is exactly for, but as I see it, this is nothing but the Fortuner pickup. Yeah, oh, it says Hilux here. The only thing is that the Fortuner makes more sense, even though you pay 5 lakhs more for the Fortuner. This is an expensive car which you can't even buy. Request sensor here. Now you get electric adjust for the driver's seat. Says SRS airbag here. Toyota written right there. Door pockets are decent size. One touch up down for all the windows. Again, similar switchgear to the Innova and Fortuner. Lot of buttons here. This is actually to open the this thing. Boot के ऊपर था ना जो मैं दिखा रहा था इस button के साथ. Okay, you can do it from here as well. And lot of buttons here. These were for the lights which were added before. This for DPF of course. And you get a proper dead pedal too. Seats are actually nice and comfortable. This headrest has also been added of course. Let's get inside. This is the engine start button. Now again, not much to discuss to be honest, but you get this screen which is 8-inch in size, and it's decent. It's not that adventurous as such. Let's get into reverse. This is the reverse parking camera, which is kind of weird. Doesn't show you the whole picture. I don't know why. Okay, you've got twin glove boxes, one on the top, one below as well. And then certain things have been revised here. So the power button is here in the Fortuner. It is moved here. Then this button is here, and traction control button is here. So everything is mix and match. Air conditioning is obviously a chiller. You get dual zone climate control air conditioning of course. Yeah, there. Let's shut this. This is the 4-wheel drive selector, and the horn sounds similar and why not different. These are the controls to browse through that screen. There, the multi-information screen. You get a lot of information including tire pressure monitor, and obviously the tire direction as well. So you can see what is the direction of the tires, which is handy when you go off-road. Okay, steering feels nice to hold, but it's very heavy. There's this handle to hold on to, and cluster is also decent. It's not like revolutionary. Cruise control switch. These are the controls for the audio system, and overall, yeah, quality levels are fine, but a lot of hard plastic. This is auto dimming, thankfully. There's a sunglass holder here. There's a light placement here, and there is a mirror here, along with a no light. No mirror here. There's a handle to hold on to because body roll. Even the driver will faces DPF instructions of course, and overall seats are comfortable. There's some storage here, handbrake, and there's this massive ashtray as well. This Isuzu key has to be there because main rival is that only. There's a comb just in case you want to comb your hair. There's some storage here. This has good amount of space, and guess what? It has a laptop charging port type thingy as well, and Hajmola in case your stomach goes for a bit of a toss while eating outside. When you go off-road, you just don't clean your hands and you eat stuff. Okay, what does it say there? Does it say limited edition? Yeah, it's become so limited, nobody's able to buy it anyways. And there you can see that mirror, whatever. That is kind of cool, but kind of useless as well unless and until it's adjusted, and it's very difficult to adjust it because how do you do that? It's not electrically done. Electrically, you can obviously adjust the mirrors on the outside. You sit so high up, it's absolutely crazy, but you know, everything is Fortuner only here. So let's do one thing, let's start driving right away. Okay, let's get going. Let's turn on the car. Yeah, there it rose to life, telling you that, you know what, the car's refinement is not that great. And that is the problem with the GD engines. In fact, the GD engines have better refinement compared to the older Toyota engines, but still they're quite noisy. turning radius isn't all that bad. I expected it to be a lot worse, but it's fine. And then off the road, things seem okay types, not that great. Obviously, the problem is now the overall ride and handling balance of Toyota cars, the Innova, the Fortuner and the Hilux, based on the same IMV platform, which is International Multi-Purpose Vehicle Platform, whatever. It's inherently horrible. Okay, the ride is like terrible, to be honest, because it just keeps moving around all over the place at every possible speed, even slow speeds. It just keeps moving around all the time, which is a bit of a bummer. And yeah, so this is powered by a 2.8 liter engine. This engine is the same as the one on the Fortuner. It produces 204 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque. In the automatic, in the manual, it's slightly lesser torque. But the thing is, there are 3 variants, and there is a standard variant in manual as well as automatic, and then there is this particular variant, which is, I think, the luxury variant, which is, I kid you not, only available with automatic, and 4-wheel drive is obviously standard on this car. That mirror now doesn't show me anything. It's more for style statement. I cannot adjust it properly unless and until I do 100 movements in and out of this vehicle. Now the thing is that the Fortuner is making a lot more sense by paying 5.18 lakhs more, because it's more practical. But for someone who wants that big fat loading bay, they opt for the Hilux. But because this has a longer wheelbase than the Fortuner, as well as it's longer as well overall, the issue is that I feel it's very cumbersome to drive this car, park this car, especially on Indian roads. It's just too much, it's too big, it's too huge somehow. And then obviously because of the weight, which is 2.9 tons, 2910 kgs, 2910 kgs is the weight of the vehicle, which is way too much, making it a very heavy vehicle. And because of the heavy weight, you can feel that body roll. The suspension is okay in terms of calibration, but the problem is it's running leaf springs at the rear, and we all know leaf springs suck because the ride quality is atrocious, and that is the case here as well. Brakes are fine, again, you know, it moves a bit, it's not that stable a car. And we will get into power mode, into manual mode, left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator. We also turn off traction control. It says auto LSD. Revving the motor, some amount of wheel spin, and off we go. Traction control is off, but still traction control light is blinking. Performance is actually okay. It's not breathtaking, it's fine. It gets the job done. Because of the weight of this car now, it really doesn't pull strongly. I'd see no reason for someone to buy this over the Fortuner, because it's an expensive car, and then we have a massive speed breaker. We slow down a bit because of the lift kit. Now somehow I feel I'm even higher right now, and the other USP is the water weighting capacity, which has increased because of, you know, the lift kit. Otherwise, traditionally it is 700 mm. Now I believe it should be around 800 mm. Gearbox is slow. It's a 6-speed torque converter unit. It's not very fast. It doesn't need to be fast as such. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 13.5 seconds, which is not very fast, to be honest. So it takes its own sweet time to pick up pace, which is something you would expect from a pickup truck. And it has only one rival, the Isuzu D-Max V-Cross. So that's why Toyota's like, yeah, let's overprice this car, because nobody can question us for overpricing. Now I'm just going to show you the turning radius, and here we go. Yeah, there. Steering is actually heavy. Hydraulic steering now, so it is very heavy indeed, but it's quite manageable because it's power assisted, so you can manage that. But the ride is atrocious because of the leaf springs. Obviously, if you put a load in the bay at the rear, ride quality will improve dramatically. So with more weight inside, ride improves. But leaf spring is known for being very rugged and durable, and that's the reason why Toyota is still using leaf springs on the Hilux, and pickup trucks usually end up using this kind of suspension just for that rugged ability which it offers, and the durability as well. Don't know how they make such road patches in between a speed breaker and 2 humps on the side. So yeah, only available in 4-wheel drive, which is obviously common sense considering the use of this car is going to be going off-road as such. But you kind of feel you're driving a Fortuner, a slightly heavier Fortuner. So we'll just stop here. Brakes would be better, yeah. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, revving the motor. Wheel spin because we are driving in 2-wheel drive mode, obviously, which is rear wheel drive traditionally, and then you can obviously shift it to 4 high or 4 low, so it's got a low range transfer case as well, a low ratio there, which obviously helps when you go off-road. This one has got electronic differential both at the front as well as the rear. Limited slip differential is also there, and it's a body on frame vehicle, obviously, so that ruggedness is a given without a doubt. It has got a variable flow steering wheel, which is not doing anything, honestly. Yeah, it weighs up decently well. It doesn't feel hairy, and it's just very heavy as such. And then how can I forget This car actually is having decent performance with these 3 drive modes. Like right now we are driving in power mode, there's an eco mode, there's a normal drive mode as well, so we have got that as well. So some bit of electronics in this car to help it become a much better car in terms of tougher situations. So a lot of electronic bits Toyota is relying on these days. And then when you are turning now, that somehow when you realize that, oh my god, I have crossed the turn but the car's rear is still left behind only, so that's a bit of a bummer with this massive length of this car. Left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, revving the motor. I'm actually wondering that why did Toyota even launch this car in India without even doing the research that this cannot be sold in India? Because of the size, they classify it as a commercial vehicle, so you have to register it with yellow plates. That's the reason you don't see many on the road, and you don't see many on the road because obviously there is the Fortuner, which makes a lot more sense. That said, you know what? This diesel engine is decently refined. It's also decently frugal because it will return a mileage of between 7 to 10 kilometers per liter, which isn't bad to be honest. But abroad now they actually have a V6 petrol engine option, which will obviously be a gas guzzler. Now this has an 80-liter fuel tank. I keep wondering why the brakes are not that good, because the rear actually gets drums. Yeah, what's the sense of offering drum brakes in this car at this price, which is just stupidity. By the way, the first Hilux, the first generation model, was launched all the way back in 1968, and then it was actually discontinued in Japan because demand really dropped. But they brought back the car later and it has performed quite well. Obviously they paid Top Gear a lot of money to make that particular video, which showed the Hilux to be indestructible, and that's the reason the Hilux popularity has soared throughout. By the way, I keep saying by the way, which is so stupid. This car's got 3 stars in NCAP rating, 3 out of 5, which is kind of poor considering it's a global Toyota car. Not really global, it's actually global. It's sold in so many countries, and it has multiple variants as well. And you know what, they're also planning an EV version of this car, which doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they want to have an EV version of a pickup truck which weighs the moon and back? Since a Wagoner is on a line of sight and we can't overtake it unless and until we go above it, and the ground clearance isn't enough to actually do that, we shall come to a halt on the side and launch it yet again. Launching this car is a little bit fun in 2-wheel drive mode because the rear wheels spin a lot in spite of the better tires, so you can see the torque is quite a bit. Let's go. No paddle shifters also. Again another bummer. I'm eating my words because I'm trying to figure out why would anyone buy this car. It just doesn't make any sense. It starts at 41.40 lakhs, goes all the way to 45 lakhs, almost 45 lakhs, 44.8 lakhs on road Mumbai for the top end model, which is quite expensive for what this car has to offer, because obviously it misses out on a lot of kits. So Toyota could have done better in that regard as well. Although it has that indestructible air about it, and that's the reason Toyota has managed to sell more than 2 crore units globally. That's a lot of Hiluxes on the road. Did I just eat that word? Anyways, I'm hungry right now. And that's not all. The good thing is that the Hilux actually isn't very expensive abroad. It's just in India now, Toyota prices its cars through the roof. Like the Fortuner is almost costing, and I kid you not, 61 lakhs on road Mumbai for the Fortuner GR Sport. And here I know the turning radius is a bit sucky, so we have to get into reverse, so I can show you the reverse parking camera also sucks in this car, unfortunately. Now Toyota offers a standard 3 years 1 lakh kilometer warranty, which you can extend to 5 years or 2.2 lakh kilometers, which is decent. It's quite good actually, so that gives you the peace of mind. With Toyota obviously you get the peace of mind because you know they do make their cars reliable, they do have good quality and all that, but again some amount of hard plastics here and there, so stuff could be better. What would you rather have? Better quality and durability but missing out on a lot of features and paying a premium, or would you just want to get the car at a lower price with not the best quality but at least the best features, the standard features which almost everyone is offering in the segment? Leave a comment below to let me know about that as well. Toyota is actually offering 3 years roadside assistance with this car, which is decent enough. And let me actually do one thing. Let me manually shift gears as well, and let's see if it holds on to a gear or not. And here, yeah, it does hold on to 4,500 RPM is the red line. To sum it up, I would say this is a very weird car right now, at least for the Indian market, at that particular price. However, this is the AK-47 equivalent of an SUV, and that's one of the reasons why you would want to buy one. It will keep going on and on and on and on, and yeah, the dashboard is slanting, and that's the reason the camera is teda throughout the video. Pardon me for that. If you like this vlog, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Come on, gearbox, you're such a slowy. I don't know why, it's like kind of dead, sleepy, or whatever. Bye bye.